Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Todd Ekloff. As many of you know, I'm the minister at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Spokane. Been there a little over 7 years now, and it's just wonderful to actually be in your pulpit and to be sharing my pulpit with Reverend Elizabeth this morning in an old-fashioned pulpit exchange. We need to bring it back so we can be together more often. I would like that. So I've been asked to give some opening words at this time, and I was just listening to your Chalice-lighting, and one of the things I think that's great about the pulpit exchanges is we get to change a little bit, or exchange a little bit of our Unitarian Universalist cultures. How many of you have visited other Unitarian Universalist churches or been part of other? Yeah, so quite a few. And you know, it's really interesting, isn't it, that Unitarian Universalist churches all look so different. I mean, some look like traditional country church houses, and some look like modern art, and some are in storefronts, and I've been in some that look like flying saucers, you know, so, and all the people therein are also uniquely different, right? Some of them visibly unique, and some of them, their uniqueness to be wonderfully discovered. And yet, no matter what Unitarian Universalist church I've ever been in, I feel right at home. I feel like these are my peeps. I know them, they know me. It's just wonderful, isn't it? So, what an interesting community we are, to almost defy the very sense of community. The thing that draws us better is our strong belief in the individual. A community of individuals. So, I'm going to share, for my opening words, and I just thought of this when you lit the chalice, the words that we recite these each Sunday when we light our chalice. And I wrote these words myself, and I'll tell you kind of a funny story. Not to give you another sermon, you know, in the middle of the service, but when I came to Spokane, the church didn't actually have a chalice. They lit a candle that was on the wall that was part of a piece of art that the great Harold Belays, who was a member of our church, for those who know his art, gifted us, and there's a lot of his art in the building. And so when somebody saw this beautiful Tree of Life chalice that you're familiar with if you've been to some of the UUA gatherings, they raised the money to have one made for our church. Now, believe it or not, that created some controversy. Right? Because we have an aesthetics team, and they wondered where it was going to go and how it was going to fit in. What on earth were we going to do with this wonderful light that honored Harold Belay's great gift to us? So I had to kind of give a little sermon on the significance of the chalice, and talk about the history and how it was originally used by the UU Service Committee as a symbol during Nazi Germany, that they were safe and that they could help folks escape through the Underground Railroad. So of course, when you mention Nazis, they've got nothing to say. The chalice, the chalice has been there ever since in a very important part of our service, of course. But here's what we say when we light our chalice. We now light our chalice, the symbol of Unitarian Universalism, the symbol of our unity and our solidarity, of our openness and our inclusion, of our community and our individual uniqueness. May this small flame be our offering of warmth to those who are cold and alone, and a light to those in darkness. May it be a flame that ignites justice in our world, and a beacon of hope to those in need. And may it reflect at least a spark of truth wherever truth has been lost, and here's my favorite part, and cast a healthy shadow of doubt wherever it's been found. So I understand also, speaking of cultural exchanges, that you kind of had some big event in this area yesterday and had a lot of folks come in from different places. A lot of them apparently spent the night.